Group decision-making process. Group decision-making, commonly known as collaborative decision-making, is a situation faced when individuals collectively make a choice from the alternatives before them. The decision is then no longer attributable to any individual group members, as all the individuals and social group processes like social influence contribute to the decision outcome. The decisions made by groups are mostly different from those made by individuals. For example, groups tend to make decisions that are more extreme than those made by individual members, as individuals tend to be biased. Let us look at the steps that would lead to good decisions. The first step in the decision-making process is getting oriented with the decision, and the second step identifies factors surrounding the decision. Through these processes, individuals or groups can determine the nature of the decision, issue or problem to the best of their ability. At this point, it is in the best interest of the group members to be sure they have adequately defined the decision to be made or problem at hand. There are three considerations in these first two stages of the decision-making process. First, the group members need to agree on where they are and where they would like to be. This is the difference between reality and a desired situation. Second, the group needs to get information that is timely and relevant to the decision to be made. Finally, the group members must buy into the process through discussing the difference between where the group is and where it wants to be. Many groups move through the first two stages rapidly, and the rush to implement a decision affects the quality and effectiveness of the final outcomes. The third stage is identifying and evaluating alternative courses of action. Using the clearly defined and articulated issues from the previous stages, the group generates a list of potential decisions. The fourth step in the decision-making process is choosing one of the alternatives to implement and will affect the group's acceptance and support of the final course of action. The fifth stage is implementing the decision. This may involve all the group members, selected group members, or one group member. In the sixth and final stage of decision-making process, the outcomes of the decision should be evaluated. There are two parts to this process. First, the group should determine whether the decision was implemented the way it was meant to be, or if it wasn't, what made the way in which it was implemented successful or unsuccessful. Second, the group should figure out if the outcomes of the decision were what they were intended to be. Ultimately, the group decision-making process is a participatory process that is done by different individuals in finding, analyzing, and solving a particular task or problem. From this process, the group should learn from each of the decisions it makes. If the group is happy on the implementation of the decision, and if the outcomes move the group closer to a state it desires, then the group should continue using that method of decision making in the future.